Yo, what's up, guys? You got PokeaimMD. You got Pokeaim here. I don't usually say the MD unless it's Bronx Baratics. But you got Pokeaim here. And today we're going to be doing episode 1 of my OLT run, or Smogon's official ladder tour. Now, this is a tournament where you ladder up and try to get, I think, top 4 on the ladder by the end of a week. Like somewhere up here. And basically, you're able to, that's qualifying for a tournament, and then you participate in the tournament. It's like, I think it's winners and losers bracket tournament. If you win, you get some sort of trophy on Smogon, some sort of PNG, so it doesn't really matter, but it's something that I do feel like participating in. I've always participated in it, and unfortunately, I don't know if I'll actually be able to make it to the end of the week for this week anyway, because I will be going to Worlds, and I'm also going to Pennsylvania for the weekend, so I'm not sure how much laddering I'll actually be able to get done, but I'll try my best, and if I don't get it all the way up there, there's also other weeks I can qualify for, but I did want to provide content for you guys. I actually laddered up a bit. We're using this team that Umfuga gave me, that I think Blunder made for like fatter teams, speaking of which. And how does he lead off versus this? Does he lead off with Specs Lottie? I would see him leading off with Specs Lottie because of Sableye. But basically, versus these types of teams, let me show you my rank actually real quick. So I'm 14-3. I was using this. I wasn't using this ladder up. I was using this Lopunny offense team that I think TDK passed me like 2-3 years ago, and it gets 6-0'd by setup sweepers like Volcarona, Zardex, and that's what I fought. So I got destroyed by those because I'm not Sash, Thunder Wave, Zam. I'm Life Orb, Zam. So basically, I was trying to ladder up, and the point of this is just for me to ladder up as much as possible until next week. But again, I just wanted to record it. My road to OLT, or call it that. So we're gonna drop a Draco. We are Specs, and I don't know if he can actually take this Specs Draco after combining up. Looks like he can. Like straight up can. And this actually makes him a threat. The next one, that's not going to be able to knock him out. It's going to be do about half of that. I'm going to go right out to Azu on his recover. And go right for the play rough. I think it's the best play I could go for because we weaken Sableye. If he burns me, so be it. But just being able to get rid of Sableye is just big for us. And I'm going to go for knockoff right here because it's regular Scizor and regular Mungus. He can't Wish Pass unless he's healing Wish Clefable. And knockoff will be able to knock out Sableye as well as get rid of an item on Amoonguss, which is what I'm expecting him to go out into. And as you saw, we were Sleep Talk Specs Latios. Shout out to Black and White. So I can safely go out to that. And most likely double after I do that. Yeah, most likely double after I do that. But then I'm going to go right for the Specs Psychic anyway. If he goes for Spore here, very solid play on his part. I can actually see him going for Spore, but even if he goes for Spore, I get to go for Sleep Talk with my Lottie, and hopefully I catch Sableye. So very nice play on my opponent's part, does go for Spore. However, this is the immediate turn that I have to burn, so at least 2 turns I will be able to stay in. He goes Sableye, let's Sleep Talk a Surf so I don't have to worry about this monster. We do drop a Draco on that, which means I do get up rocks later. Amazing, amazing. I'm expecting him to go out into maybe Scizor, and he might be Pursuit on this, but he actually went Clef. I do have Excadrill to deal with that, but I do want to go Landers first just to get on my rocks. Also scouting for Flamethrower, T-Wave, whatever he wants to go for. At the same time, Thundurus isn't a bad play because I can Thunder Wave him. I'll actually go Thundurus because I can Thunder Wave him. I'm expecting him to be healed by Clef though. But looks like he is Calm Mind. We are going to Thunder Wave this monster immediately. Straight up Thunder Waving this thing. That way we can deal with it. And then we'll go Azu and knock it off. And then from there, just spam attacks versus it. But Thunder Wave is just the best play because we can deal with this thing. Thunder Wave is the best move in the game. You know, I don't have to say that. Everybody knows Thunder Wave is the best move in the game. Like, there's no denying that. Also, Lottie still has one more turn of sleep unless I get the first turn wake actually. So I could get the first turn wake because that was a definite turn of sleep right there since I hadn't burnt a turn. And I was lucky to get Draco. Honestly, it wasn't my favorite to knock out Sableye. But we'll go right for Thunder Wave right here. If he goes up to Excadrill, I'm going for Focus Blast after that. If he goes up to Heatran, great, it's Thunder Wave. It's less of a threat. And by Thunder Waving it, one, Heracross already eats a hit anyway, no matter what. Honestly, the biggest threat I feel to my team, besides Clefable, would be Maybe Drill, late game Drill, but I don't think it OHKOs anything in it. I'm pretty sure it's Banded Scizor. I also have HP Fire and Rocky Helmet on my Landorus T, so I should be able to deal with that pretty well. But as I was saying, guys, so we're going to do our best to ladder up a bit. These videos will be a little bit unedited because I will be going to Pennsylvania as well as Worlds in the following week. And I'm going to Oz right here because I can take one Moonblast. I should be able to take it at 75% and go knock off his item, making him easier to deal with, and then just spam Iron Head from there. As we are able to take it, and like I said, even after the Citrus Berry, and we can go after the knockoff and get rid of his item, making him easier to deal with, as he is going to go for Moonlight. So I think he's unaware. I think he's actually unaware. So unaware Combine, which means he has Moonlight as his only attacking move. Now I could go for the Earthquake with Excadrill, but I don't want to deal with this thing. It's definitely Bold Clef. Unaware is always Bold Clef. Well, then again, it could run some sort of Spadef for Zard, but he does knock me out with Flamethrower. However, he is incredibly weakened right now, and I can go right out into Landorus, and he does not have a switch-in at all. Earthquake will be able to pick him off, and he had no Earthquake switching, so I'm okay with sacking Drill, even though Scarf Earthquake could have teared through my opponent's team. It's the price you have to pay sometimes, so. We're going to get our Rocks. I kind of expect him to double, to be honest, into Scizor or Heatran, and because Latios is just such an easy play for me, but he does go right for Sludge Bomb. Doesn't poison me, thankfully, and we can go right for the U-turn. Bring out Latios once again on the Giga Drain. And proceed to Sleep Talk right here. Let's see if we get something nice. We actually do get Specs Draco, so we're able to weaken him a ridiculous amount right there. And we're going to double out into our Landorus because I don't expect him to stay in. I guess he could stay in, but he has Synthesis? What? Alright, that's new. But again, U-turn right back out into Latios until we get Psychic. Something to Oak. I really want Psychic right here. Or Surf if he goes Excadrill. That'd be actually really big. Why did I go for Sleep Talk when I knew I would wake up that turn? That was my bad. Actually, this is okay. I can go Thunderous and allow that thing to be put to sleep. That was my bad. I wasn't even counting sleep turns. See, this is one. I knew I had the chance to wake up that turn, so I should have went for the. This is the immediate one. Okay. This is the turn one. No, I got a turn 2 wake. Okay, makes sense. So that's fine. Again, we're just going to Thunder Wave this thing, making it easier for us to deal with it, as he is going to Spore me. And honestly, I very much like Heracross right here, because 1, he can't touch me, and 2, he does not have a switch-in. So we're going to go right for the Pin Missile. This is Adamant Heracross. Look at this damage. Yum! 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 And he's just sacking his Pokemon that can deal with Landorus, so I'll take that. And from right here, I can go right for the Close Combat. That will be able to pick him off as well as deal with any switching he can make. And again, Landorus is just looking good to go as well as Surf Latios. So, straight up gone. Scizor is going to come out. I guess he's just going to BP. Yeah, he does go right for the BP. We can go out to Landorus and HP Fire. We do take Banded BP. Why are we 195 speed Landorus? So that's not good at all. As he is going to be able to SD up. I'm going to go Thunderous, mainly because I have the option to beat him down. And I guess he could have SD'd up right there if he wanted to, but I'd rather be able to go right back on to Landorus and get off the Intimidate again. Yeah, and then win this game with Spec Surf. Yeah, because we're definitely not in range of Iron Head. However, Hacks is prone to happen had I stayed in before. So he does go Drill. I guess Hacks is still prone to happen, but now we can't get knocked out by Iron Head unless he crits us. As he does go for Earthquake for some odd reason and doesn't go for his own Iron Head, which hit me as well as knocked out Latios. So very odd play on my opponent's part. I don't agree with that at all. But we're able to knock him out. Oh, no. We're not using that team at this point. That team just loses the setup sweepers. Maybe that team would have been good because this guy has Air on. Because he does have Air on, I'm assuming it's level 1 Endeavor. We're going to lead off a Heracross because it's like... I guess we also could have led off with Excadrill and click Earthquake since his team is grounded and it goes through Sturdy. But this is more fun. I want to learn the hard way. Don't bring this out. So, obviously Berry Juice is going to activate. Yep. Or no. What? Okay. Well, dead. Dead. We'll just Rock Blast right here and get off as much damage on Clef as possible. We are adamant. He actually doubles out into Azu. So this is going to do a hell of a lot. We'll see if he's Belly Drum or not. As he is, but he is going to disconnect because we do 2-hit KO him. And we're also faster. So that's big for us. Mainly, I stayed in because, as you can see, I do have rest, so I don't care about the fatter teams. If you want to Thunder Wave right there, I could just spam Rock Blast and then go out to Landers, get off rocks. Specs Latios was going to be nice, and this Thunders was actually just going to destroy my opponent's team. Look at his switch into Thunders. None. None. I'm doing something with my arms. I'm assuming that dude's just going to dip, so let's look for another game. Assuming he's not coming back after that. We get another one. So it's timer on. Yeah, don't come back. Wow, Rotom matches up very well versus the majority of this team. I'm just going to lead off with Specs Latios. If it's Scarf Landers, as I think it is, the best switch is always going to be my own Landers anyway. I think Belly Drum Azu, well, nah, I don't think Belly Drum Azu has a chance to sweep. I think just Azu, just being Azu, going for its stab moves is better than Belly Drumming up because Rotom is there. Weavile could have the Poison Jab. So Weavile is going to come out, speaking of which. Scarf Earthquake might be able to sweep him. Nice, give us your points. Weavile is going to come out. We do tank 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Heracross tanks too. We're fat. As he misses, that's really unfortunate for our opponent. That's going to suck for him. We did tank 2 because well, if he was banded, that was bad for us. But we take those. And we do go for Rock Blast because it hits Landorus, it hits Weavile, it hits Altara. Pretty much it hits everything on his team for either neutral or super effective damage. So we're able to get rid of the Dragon Dancing Altara. Heat Rain is going to come out. I eat your hit. Like, I definitely eat a Magma Storm. But we're just going to go out into our Latios anyway with his specs. He has Heat Wave. Interesting. Yeah, so Spec Surf is going to be a 2-hit KO, as he's able to get up Stealth Rock. I'm assuming Rotom's going to come out now, but I don't care. I just want to weaken it. I could go Heracross, but he goes Weavile, so we're able to get off a hell of a lot on that thing. Nice, nice, nice. And Heracross is still my play of choice. I guess he could have pursued it, but I expect him to knock off because it's so much more enticing, especially when Latios is at near full. And we can just go for close combat. As you can see, we tanked that for days. Then again, regular Heracross is obviously not as bulky, but we would have been able to tank 2. I'm telling you that. Especially because he was in Life Orb. So, able to get rid of Weavile. Landorus is going to come out. I'm expecting it not to U-turn to actually go for Stone Edge. And I do want to get up Rocks just to limit this thing's switch-ins and also help Azu in the long run. He does U-turn though. Very solid play on his part. Expecting me to switch out. Nice play. Expecting Rotom to come out now. Yep. But I get to drop Dracos though, so we'll go right out into our Latios and drop a Draco. If he wants the Volt Switch, that's fine. He does go for the Will-O-Wisp, so we will be able to spam. We will be able to drop a Specs Draco right now, as that does 99% to Rotom. It was Citrus Berry, and he Thunderbolts me. Interesting. He could go out into his Heat Rain right here. I'm gonna sack Heracross anyway, just because if he made the Heat Rain play and he's special, if he doesn't have speed, then I'm faster anyway when I get off a close combat, which is actually what ended up happening. But also, if you wanted to like Volt Switch, I would rather not have Latios in, especially when it's something that can just spam Spec Psychic and kill something. So we'll go for Rock Blast, that way he can't get up a sub. Actually, a sub will be a very poor play on my opponent's part, mainly because like I break through it obviously. So I'll go Excadrill and I'll allow him to bring out Landorus, just weakening it if he goes for U-turn anyway. And I have Latios to come in on the Rotom, so we're going right for the Earthquake right here, as he does sack his Rotom. Great, so now I'll be able to spam Iron Head. Obviously I had Mold Breaker, so I wasn't worried about that. Landorus is going to come out, and we can go right back out into our own Landorus. He might just actually hard double into Gengar, which would be fine, but I only need a little bit more Life Orb damage or chip damage on Gengar. In fact, I can actually afford to go for Iron Head if I wanted to, but we'll just U-turn right here, because it allows us to get on out of there versus the incoming Gengar and go right out into Thundurus. And the only play I'm going to make right now is the HP Ice, because I'm not predicting Landorus, but I'm actually just putting Gengar in range of the Iron Head. That way I don't have to go for Earthquake at all. So again, I wasn't predicting Landorus, but I was just putting Gengar. That was the hit that got off damage on Gengar for Scarf Iron Head, but also knocked out Landorus had he switched out into it. But it was just the best play, that way he couldn't go for the One, Aqua just sweeps him right now, as we already said. But it was also just the play that he meant he could not go for. He could not go for the go Landorus there. So I'm gonna sack Latios as opposed to going hard into Landorus. That way I can get off my Intimidate and also get off an attack. Seems he decides to go for Superpower though, so I don't even have to go Landorus now. That was Scarf. I can go right out to Azu and just click Aqua Jet. And after his -1, this should easily be able to knock him out. Huge power boosted, super effective. We all know. So that guy's gone. Let's look for another one. Where are we on the ladder? I was 14-3 when we started. Now we're 17-3, 1364. Very threatening team on our opponent's part. Yeah, wow, this is actually very scary. I'm gonna lead off with Latios just because if he leads off with Nidoking, I'm in a bad position right off the bat. Like, I'm immediately forced to switch. It's regular Scizor though, so that's good to know. I can probably spam Surf. Honestly, I would love to lead off a Heracross here. But I'm gonna lead Latios just in case he leads Nidoking, as he leads Heatran. So I will be able to go right for the Spec Surf and weaken this a bit. I do have this as also switching to Amoonguss. Spec Surf is going to do a lot. I actually get a crit, unfortunately, for my opponent, so I think that was his rocker, and we get rid of it. He was definitely offensive, though, if crit knocked him out. I'm going to Surf this thing again, because I want him to put me to sleep. This is my like designated Spore fodder. Nice. So I'm asleep, and I can now go out into my my Heracross and just start breaking my opponent. I haven't burnt a turn either, so I'm guaranteed to either get off a Draco, a Surf, or Psychic versus my opponent. And the reason I have Psychic over Psyshock is because Psychic hits so hard. You can get rid of T-Tar. He does double out into Lopunny. I'm expecting the fake out here, but I'm going to go out into my Landers anyway. Yeah. Scizor could be an issue, so I don't want him to Ice Punch me. I'm going to go Azu just in case he does go for the Ice Punch, and then just knock an item. Doesn't freeze me. Every single time an ice move comes out, I'm just scared of freeze. I can go for knockoff as he decides to go for the return. I guess if I belly drum up, he was in a bad position anyway. So he got me right there. I'll hit him with a play rough though. Regardless, Lopunny is now in range of Earthquake, and as we can tell, our opponent's entire team is grounded. If you guys didn't know, which is why I actually opted to go for the knockoff over play roughing for the damage on Amoonguss. But we can go right back out into Latios, and basically Lopunny now dies to Earthquake, Nidoking dies to Earthquake, Scizor's 2-hit KO because it's regular Scizor. The only Pokemon on this team that tank it is probably this Amoonguss, which I'm hoping to be able to get rid of right now with Sleep Talk. Let's see. We do get Spec Psychic on Scizor, and he gets his Product Drop, so he might be inclined to BP. I want to get up Rocks, which is why I'm going to go out to Landers. I expect him maybe to BP just based on that. But, I mean, now Scizor goes down to Earthquake 100%. I was Life Orb at that. Nidoking comes out, the God. And I'll just sack Azu to the Ice Beam. Like, nothing comes in on Earthquake after. That man T-bolted. What a man. But I can go out into Excadrill. I don't think he's Sugar Berry or Sash. And I can go right for the Scarf Earthquake and either get my 2-hit KO or get my kill. As long as I keep Heracross alive, I don't lose to Bandit +6 Azumarill. Whereas normally +6 Azumarill would be a threat, right? Obviously. Because Heracross does live a +6 Aqua Jet. Amoonguss is going to come out, and I very, very, very much want Rocks here. At the same time, I think Latios is just the best play overall. Because we tank a Giga Drain. And now I can just spam Spec Psychic. I'm going to click Psychic as opposed to going for Sleep Talk, because if I wake up, I knock him out. He did crit me right there, though, so it makes me a little bit more scared. But we are going to wake up, and we're going to go right for that Spec Psychic. We don't, unfortunately, knock him out, but we do get a kill. Hopefully he doesn't poison me, as he does not. And we do get a kill right here, or if not, a 2-hit KO. Like, if Azu's weakened, then Earthquake sweeps him. He lets me knock out his Amoonguss. Absolutely amazing. Azumarill is going to come out, and we're not going to let that thing belly drum up. And I'll just be able to go out to Landorus and go for the Earthquake right here. Dealing with Nidoking, dealing with this. He does actually belly drum up, but he did not get his Citrus because he was fast, and apparently his HP was wrong. So, one, he's Jolly Azu, which is crazy. Or no, he might just be Adamant Max Speed. Or Jolly Azu, I don't know. But, yeah, that died. And I would just click Earthquake and win the game. Like 100%. If he wants to go out to Lopunny, I'll actually save Heracross just in case he's like randomly max HP Lopunny. We're going to sack our Thundurus to the Ice Beam and proceed to go for the close combat with Heracross, just in case this thing is Sash Nidoking. It breaks. I know that's like, I know that's like not the case most likely, but I'm not risking anything. There, now it dies through Shuka. If it was Shuka, that's definitely Life Orb, by the way, just based on the damage. But we can just CC again, and now we just go right out into Scarf, Excadrill, and clean up with the Earthquake. Goodbye. And Lopunny is going to go down to the Earthquake right here. What if he's sub Lopunny? No, he's fake out Ice Punch, return, high jump kick, definitely. There's no sub. Even if he was sub, he can't beat Excadrill. So we'll go out to Landers just to ensure that we beat him down. And we'll just knock him out Earthquake. We should be able to tank an Ice Punch pretty easily. He actually doubled Drain Punches, maybe expecting me to switch out. I'm not sure. There was no way I was switching out to Excadrill right there. So Landers able to knock him out the Earthquake, and that is going to be game. Good game, dude. Good game, well played. Good game, man. Thank you. Nice guy. We got another game. And, I don't know why his team just looks so angry. It actually just looks so angry. Very much like Landers as a lead. We get up Stealth Rock. Skarmory is annoying. Is this cut? No, it's not cut Stealth Skarm. Okay, so it is Stealth Rock Skarm. Interesting. So maybe Mega Chomp. I'll HP Fire just to get off probably nothing, but just damage. Honestly, I don't think HP Fire is going to do anything, but it will be able to break its 30 for Thunderous to plow through his team. As you can see, his team, it doesn't appreciate Thunderous at all. That actually does 44%. Wow, so he's physically defensive. And speaking of which, beautiful. We're going to go right for the Thunderbolt. I'm expecting him to either be Megatar or Mega Chomp. Either way, I'm going for Thunderbolt right here. As Whimsicott is going to come out. That's something that couldn't take my Thunderbolt before, so like, that's something that could take my Thunderbolt. Excuse me. That did nothing. Are you AV? What are you? I don't have a good switching. I'm just going to go for the... Okay, well, I have no choice in that matter, apparently. I don't want to risk him stun sporing. Landers is still helpful because he deals with this. Lottie honestly isn't doing too much, so I'm just going to sack Lottie. As he goes for the Leech Seed. Honestly, actually, yeah, I'm going Heracross. I don't want him to go for sub. Yeah, and now he can just pin Missile and break him through his sub. What item is he running? It might have been a risk going out to Lottie because you might be like, well, what about Moonblast? Yeah, it's obviously an option, but I was sacking that Pokemon, so we'll be able to knock out Skarmory. Not with this Pin Missile, no. Well, maybe in a couple of years we'll be able to knock him out with this Pin Missile when we're a Alolan Mega Digivolved champion. Let me make sure I was faster than Skarmory, yes. Heracross, but at this point we'll just knock him out to close combat. I could have went for Rock Blast to cover a Gengar switch, but honestly, Gengar could not knock me out at the range I was at anyway after a Spidef drop from close combat regardless, and I could knock him out with Rock Blast, and he does not appreciate this Pokemon at all, basically. So, like, when this Pokemon comes out, something dies. Gengar, speaking of which, comes out. We're going to sack Latios. This covers if it is a speed tie and he obviously breaks through. His entire team is grounded, by the way. I say that because we have Mold Breaker, so Levitate does not matter, and I can just click Earthquake with my Excadrill. Though I'm fearing my opponent to randomly be Air Balloon Magnezone. I had that feeling. I hope I don't regret this, because I really feel like he's Air Balloon Magnezone. Yo, I really feel like that is. But he's going to sack Whimsicott. That's easily going to go down. Goodbye. And Gengar goes down to Earthquake. Tyranitar does not appreciate it. Garchomp comes out as you know, expected. I can go out to Landers, get off that Intimidate, and then threaten him with my own Earthquake to put him in range of my Earthquake as well. Let's see if he's Mega. Yep, he is. Fire Blast. Good play because that also covers the Landers in general. And I'll actually go for U-turn just in case he doesn't drop a Draco on me. Good lord. Good lord, goodbye. Alright, this is a threat. We're going to go Thunderous. I don't expect him to let me HP Ice him. I'm actually going to go for Focus Blast because it covers the Magnezone switch as well as Tyranitar. Why do we even have this move? Why do we even have this move? Alright, thankfully... Blender was even saying that when... I was actually recording with Blender and we were using this team, and he was like, why do we even have this move? I agree. Why the hell do we even have this move? Tyranitar's going to come out and we're just going to Thunder Wave that thing. As he pursues, and I think that might be game. because I belly drum up 100%. And the thing is, his only way of beating belly drum Azu is Garchomp. And if I get off the +6 Aqua Jet versus him, I'm assuming this is Scarf Tar. I could be wrong. Oh, who cares now? He can go right for the +6 Aqua Jet. Goodbye, Tyranitar. Basically, his only way of revenge killing me is to go out to his Garchomp, and +6 Aqua Jet does put in a range of Scarf Earthquake, so that will be game. Not sure if he was Scarf Tar or not, but it actually killed. What the hell? I did not expect +6 Aqua Jet to kill and Mega Chomp, just because that thing is so fat, man. It's so bulky. Let's look for another one. Nice Nosepass, okay. We're getting on the higher part of the ladder now. Landorus is a great lead because it deals with Drapion, Tyranitar, Dragonite to an extent, Nosepass, and Scizor. So I want to get on my rocks. I want to break Multiscale. I want to break Sturdy. And I want to break Inner Focus on... Nah, I don't know if he'd be Inner Focus. He actually SDs right off the bat. So I understand his play because what it does is it weakens my only physical wall for Drapion and Dragonite. So good play on his part, SDing up. And it looks like he's Life Orb at that. Yep. But we can go right for the HP Fire, and that is actually able to knock him out after the Rocky Helmet and the Life Orb hit. So Scizor gone. We still have Landorus at half. If he's on a Balloon Nosepass, then Excadrill, that'd be scary because of the Magnet Rock. Yep, there it is. I told you I'd break its Inner Focus. I told you I would break its Inner Focus. Does anybody else see switchings? Because I know I don't. Oh, it's Mega, that's why. Psychic is going to be able to pick me off. I'd never play. I feel like he'll have Energy Ball too. I'm just going to drop a Draco because Latios does eat a hit. And I also weaken Tyranitar and Nosepass. Maybe I can win with Belly Drum Azu. Main reason I didn't go there is because I'm pretty sure he has Energy Ball. Like, I'm positive he has Energy Ball. Go to Drapion, which would normally be able to take a hit, but goodbye. So, Drapion is dead. Also, Specs Latios prevents Dragonite from setting up after Stealth Rock. So if he wants to go to that, that'll go down. He goes Tyranitar. It's not Mega, but it could be Dragon Dance, but he needs to get up to, like, a lot in order to beat me down. I'm actually just going to go hard out into my... That did nothing. What the hell? How'd that not kill me? That's a... Okay, it's leftovers. That's a weak tar. And we can go right for the Pin Muscle. You know what? Close Combat blows back anything anyway. Yeah, Close Combat blows back everything. Everything with 2 KO'd. And Alexander will probably drop to Close Combat. So, look at this damage. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the flick of the wrist. He kind of has to Outrage in order to knock me out. I don't expect him to Dragon Dance because of the range he's at, but even if he doesn't, a good play going for Fire Punch. It also covers the Excadrill switch. Even if he didn't Dragon Dance right there, I had the Latios die to one more Sand Turn, so I could spam Psychic without giving him a second Dragon Dance, and either way Oz would take a hit, and I could just go right out to my Thunderous and click Thunderbolt. Because it is leftovers Tyranitar, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to Thunder Wave Nosepass, I'm telling you that right now. That monster. What is that going to do? It's a monster. Nosepass? Propass. Chill, boy. I'm Thunder Waving this. That's a threat. We Thunder Wave threats. No, the rocks. Well, anyway, Sand goes down, so this Folk Splash should be able to take him out. You know, I'm still trying to understand why we had that move. Also, because it's leftovers Tyranitar, I'm pretty sure we knocked that out with Folk Splash too. Because Sand went down, he doesn't have that Spadef boost that Sand gives the rock types. We actually landed. Nice! And Thunderous will be all... Thunderous will be able to Thunder Wave Alakazam as well. He could be sub, but I have Aqua Jet into Earthquake to knock that thing out, so I'm gonna go for Thunder Wave. Goodbye, as we paralyze him. Thunder Wave doing what it does best. It's the best move in the game, and we can go right for the Life Orb Thunderbolt and knock out Alakazam. Did not expect it to actually go down, and even though his T-Tar is leftovers, even though I saw Pursuit, we're still Thunder Waving this thing just in case it's random Dragon Dance Pursuit leftovers, okay? Best move. Best move. This is what OLT has come to. Straight up. And I just Thunderbolt that thing because I do go down to Sand as well as Life Orb. And puts it in range of Heracross to kill with -6 close combat. So we're good. I haven't been able to go for rest yet. So we'll be able to knock him out with close combat. And that will be game. And I think we're going to get one more. Just one more because I actually have to start getting ready to go. So able to knock him out with close combat. Bye. Good game, bro. And we're gonna look for one more. And we got the Blender team, and this is actually, we're actually very, very weak to this team, so that's great. Well, we have the Blender team without Rotom. I guess that makes it a little bit easier. So we're gonna lead off with Landorus because it gets off an Intimidate on his Medicham. As it leads off a Jirachi, great. I don't think he's Icy Wind. I'm pretty sure he's U-turn Stealth Rock. I want to get up my Stealth Rock. And also the fact that we're slow Landorus means that he U-turns out before us, so we get switch advantage. But then he gets Medicham advantage. Thankfully, our opponent decided to go for the Landorus play as opposed to going for anything else. Not sure if he actually changed the team. Okay, so it's Scarf Jirachi, which means I can easily go out into my my Latios and click Spec Surf to 2-hit KO that thing. I thought he was actually the Spadef same set, so maybe he changed up the team a bit. But Spec Surf, only move that would knock him out. Goodbye. So Landorus is gone. No more switch-ins at all to my Heracross. No switch-ins. Actually, Belly Drum Azu can win too, but between Fake Out and the fact that Keldeo excelled and Latios has to be weakened, maybe not. The monster itself is out. Help. I will just sack Landorus, to get off the Intimidate and get off a bit of chip damage on this monster. The great thing is, I get to click Earthquake now. Like, he doesn't have a switch-in, so after I sack this, he has 0 switch-ins to Earthquake. Like, there you go. I click Scarf Earthquake. He sacked his Landorus turn 2, so Scarf Earthquake is going to be able to pick up a kill right here. A 2-hit KO on everything. It's Scarf Jirachi. He might be thinking twice about this now. Yeah, I mean, either way, this team is actually very weak to Scarf Excadrill regardless, like Blender's version as well, because his only switch-in is Landorus, but between Healing Wish and Smart Playing and Fake Out, you can beat Excadrill, but this variant, and the fact that he actually just sacked his Rocky Helmet Landorus so early, I just click Earthquake right here. Gengar's gonna go down easily. Goodbye, Mold Breaker, goodbye! And Gengar was a Pokemon that got a kill whenever it came out, so great that that thing is dead. Monster. Medicham can come out and Fake Out again. Keldeo has to be my opponent's only play, though. He could be Surf Latios, though. Yeah, Keldeo is my opponent's play of choice. I'm going to sack Heracross, though it can eat up his Life or Psyshock. Mainly because I'm Mega Evolve and go for Pin Missile. Yeah, mainly because I get to go out into my Thunderous now and just get a 2-hit KO on everything. Latios goes down to Life Orb, Thunderbolt plus HP Ice after rocks. Jirachi, I get to Paralyze. So, then Keldeo goes down. It's easily Specs. So like I said, Latios will go down to Life Orb, Thunderbolt after rocks 100%. I mean, I did crit him, so now it's 130% that I knock him out. But usually Latios does go down. He's also not Scarf Latios, it's Scarf Rachi. So, goodbye! Goodbye! He'll be able to fake me out with Medicham, but that won't be able to pick me off, and I can Thunder Wave that thing. Honestly, I can just go for Thunderbolt. But Thunder Wave is just the best play. No, Thunderbolt the best play. BP actually ends up taking me out, surprisingly. But we can go right out to Excadrill. Even if he Healing Wishes something, he's not going to be able to win. I saved Azu and Latios in the back. So, he sacks Medicham, excuse me. So, great. Azu is going to come out. Excuse me, Keldeo. Yeah. Keldeo is going to come out, and we can go right out into our Azu. Even if he burns me, I will go for the knockoff. I'm knocking off Jirachi if he wants to go out to that. And it also covers, it also gets off damage on Keldeo to the point where I knock him out with the Earthquake. So I'll be able to go for Play Rough here. Even if he burns me, I have 2 chances to go for this. Well, not if he burns me, but Azu's able to come through right there, and that is going to be game. So, anyway, we are able to make it to, we'll wait for the ladder update, but we're able to get out of this undefeated. Granted, we are on the lower ladder, so that doesn't matter too much. We are 20-3 right now. Not sure if that's 21-3 after that. Yeah, we're 21-3. That's cool. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, these tough starts now. Look where I need to be on the ladder. The tough starts now. Look where I need to be on the ladder. I need to be in the 2000s. I'm only at 14-something. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to your thing. Feel free to give me suggestions of teams, or if you have any hyper offense or anything you want to give me, you can link that. And I'm actually not going to link this team in the pay spin down below, even though it's really like obvious team. It's not my team to give. Blender didn't give me permission. If Blender or Mfuga do give permission, though, I will be linking the team. And you could always have just copied it based on watching what I was doing. That's not hard. But yeah, anyway, that'll be it, guys. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.